Hi everyone. I'm Jasmeet Singh, Global Head of Manufacturing at Infosys. Today I'm delighted to be speaking to one of our valuable client leaders, Steve Dad, Head of Marketing and Information Technology at Toyota Material Handling, or TMH. This is going to be an insightful conversation on some of the innovations TMH adopted during the pandemic to deliver superior client and partner experiences. Hi, Steve. A very warm welcome to you.
Hi, Jasmeet. Good to see you.
Yeah, pleasure. Steve, you have a dual responsibility for marketing as well as information technology and have led several innovation journeys at TMH since 2014. So it's absolutely wonderful to be able to talk to you today about something that's very pertinent, which is the Infosys Meridian story. First, about Infosys Meridian. Infosys Meridian is a cloud-first live enterprise workplace platform that leverages assets from the Infosys Cobalt framework. It delivers immersive experiences to employees, customers, partners, and other stakeholders. And it enables enterprises to reimagine their work processes to adapt to the changing market dynamics. So Steve, TMH recently leveraged the Infosys Meridian platform for your annual dealer event. Now, obviously, this is a supremely important event. It's a very, very big channel for you. Could you please tell us more about the event and the constraints you faced in organizing it due to the pandemic?
Sure. We actually went into this year combining all of our fall events into one kind of mega event that we called Toyota Week, focused on our dealers and all of the different functional areas at our dealership. We had big plans going into the year. Obviously, we like to communicate with our dealers so that they understand our strategy, but these were also typically sessions where there was a lot of exchange of ideas from us to them and them to us, but also from dealer to dealer. So peers would get together to share best practices in many different functional areas. So Toyota Week for us, again, we've had lots of meetings in the past, but they were all separate. So this year we had a grand vision to bring it all together. And of course, when the pandemic hit, that our plan A wasn't going to work out, and we knew that. So we needed to find a solution where we could still accomplish our goals.
So no, thanks so much, Steve. So no pressure here. I heard grand, I heard even larger, and of course it was in the midst of the pandemic, right? So you needed something that would beautifully fit the need that you were looking at that time. So what made you choose Infosys Meridian as a platform?
Well, we explored many different options of how were we going to achieve our goals. And at Toyota, we put on events at a very high level. So our dealers are accustomed to having a great production and interactive sessions, opportunities to engage, answer questions, and then also just participate in our strategic planning. So all of that happens at events in person in the past, and we needed something that would allow us to achieve all of those different things. We liked Meridian, because we've grown to trust Infosys as a partner.
Thank you.
And also it achieved a couple of things. It allowed us to have a session that would feel like an in-person event as much as you can virtually. It allowed us to have different types of sessions. We had 37 different sessions in our Toyota Week. And some of them were intended to be broadcast. Some of them were intended to be very interactive. We wanted the flexibility within these sessions so that the different presenters and facilitators could have a variety of different tools available to them in the different ways that they would want to engage with our dealers, and then provide them a platform to engage with one another And so those were two of the reasons. The other thing was we really just liked the look and feel of the Meridian platform, and it presented well. It was impressive to us, and it was also then when we executed on the Meridian platform, it was impressive to our dealers, and that was important to us.
No, thank you, Steve. Thank you for sharing that perspective. I do want to touch upon the last part that you said in terms of the experience that the dealers themselves had. But before I ask you a little bit more detail around that, see, one of the things that when we were designing Meridian, it was obviously not with the pandemic in mind, but we wanted to kind of amplify the experience beyond the physical experience that you would actually have when you go to any event or any such trade show or any such experience, which is more physical oriented. And we built in telemetry, we built in physical and digital together kind of a thing. So we were already on that path. And my question to you is, as you embarked on this journey with Meridian and you actually have completed the event itself, I would love to hear from you, your experiences as well as what the dealers actually experienced. And you touched upon the two-way flow of information as well. So just talk a little bit about the overall engagement and what the feedback was from the dealer community in this instance.
Sure. Well, first I'll say that, this was our first large virtual event that we ever have put on. There were a lot of options available to us from Infosys Meridian that we chose not to use because we didn't want to overwhelm some of our dealers. The dealer principals, the highest level leaders are often of an older generation, and so we were trying to consider them as we decided what were we going to enable within Meridian. That said, we chose to have polling available. We chose to obviously leverage breakout sessions, small groups back together into a larger breakout, and Meridian gave us the flexibility, even in a self-serve setting, to be able to have different people speaking together as a panel, presenting information from various parts of the country. So all of that was very, very successful. Mm-hmm. The feedback that we got from our dealers, they were very, very grateful that we didn't cancel the event, that we held the event because we had a lot to talk about. Our business is changing faster than ever because of the pandemic, but also because we're in the midst of an ongoing digital transformation. And the dealers are a big part of that. So, we had a lot to talk about. We also were launching products, and our dealers like to physically see the products, mm-hmm. But we couldn't bring everybody together. So we needed to find a way to make it as interactive as possible around our product launch. And Meridian gave us the platform to do that because they could go into the product showroom and then see videos, see the kind of walk around explanations, download marketing materials, and all of that. Our dealers really were very happy about the event. The best part of it was the fact that because we hosted it virtually, more people could attend. And we had about 3 times as many people as we would have expected in our in-person meeting. And that was outstanding. So some of the feedback that we got, we had dealers asking us to continue to have either a hybrid where some people are face-to-face and other people are virtual, or to continue to have kind of an annual event where we can host more people virtually. We can have deeper engagement at the dealerships. I hope that answers your question.
Oh, absolutely. It's like music to our ears. I mean, so what I hear is you saw a lot of flexibility, and it's absolutely. I think you had 1,300 registrants, if I'm not mistaken, on this forum, and I didn't know that it was 3 times as many as you would typically expect in a physical kind of a way. And for them to actually come back and ask and seek out even more, it just builds out the more kind of engagement that you can think of and building out. Which, I mean, so first of all, thanks for sharing. I think that's, like I said, music to our ears. So that's great feedback. I think, the Infosys Meridian platform, I also do want to say, has received excellent responses from our other clients and industries, across industries, for being able to address actually, several unique needs that people in their specific industries have. As an example, we could help banks perform remote KYC verification. We could help, patient journeys in healthcare, revolutionize the way education is being delivered today, obviously in a remote way and in an online way or a hybrid way with universities, and make it very simple and easy to kind of do processes as well. For example, file an insurance claim. So there are multitude of kind of scenarios where we see this being used. In light of these different kind of scenarios, Steve, how else do you think, and this is really putting it out there, and I know you have a marketing hat as well as a technology hat, how else do you think TMH would like to leverage a platform like Meridian?
We've it certainly got our wheels turning, we dabbled in the product showroom that we talked about, because we had some product launches at our Toyota Week event, and we think that we could go even further with some of that. One of the things that we maybe felt like we could improve, I think Meridian offered us some tools around this, but we were, time crunched and didn't want to overcomplicate things for our first virtual event, with different ways for people to actually engage one-on-one in the showroom area, for example, or in a resource center, where there would be maybe office hours for people to interact a little bit more organically versus an agenda-based event that like what we had. So we see opportunities to do that. We see the opportunity for dealers and customers to spend time in a virtual setting together for touchless selling. And for us to do that, we'd have to build out a much broader product showroom that would include things beyond for our entire product lineup. And our dealers also, they sell customized solutions for customers. Okay, around automation, right, or different material handling solutions, and each one of those things presents opportunities to explain the case study, for example, to somebody across the country, and we could see ways that we could bring to life some of the things that maybe the art of the possible by merchandising it on a virtual platform like Meridian for other customers within the same industry, for example. So those are things that we've talked about, but for us, this is right now just a great way to engage with our partners and dealers.
Yeah, no, thanks so much. And again, as you rightly mentioned, the capability exists within Meridian to be able to do all of those. And we have done it for some other customers of ours under different use cases as well, or scenarios. The way I look at it it is really, given the telemetry and given the engagement model, Steve, it is hyper personalization, it is hyper collaborative, and it is hyper productive. And like you mentioned, you can actually envisage an entire sales process configuration of a complex kind of a scenario being done anytime, any place, and fully available at any time, at your beck and call. So it is truly powerful, that we see. So I thank you for your feedback. This was an absolute wonderful conversation, Steve. We thank you for taking the time out for us and sharing your experiences. And first of all, trusting us to actually deliver this very meaningful solution to you. Apart from this, obviously, all the other work that we do, your support is truly precious. And with your success story, I think we are confident of transforming the digital transformation journey of our other clients who are facing similar challenges. And we look forward to continuing our partnership in building solutions that deliver an awesome experience and a significant value to your business and to the entire stakeholder community that you need to engage with. Thank you, Steve.
Okay, well, thank you very much.